Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading for October. I've already shuffled and laid out your spread for you here. And I feel that in your energy at this time, what I'm sensing in the spread here is that in the recent past and maybe until just very near to this time, you may have been in a state of denial or in a state of avoidance about certain types of changes that have been maybe long overdue and necessary for you to move forward with, but that you could have potentially been avoiding for various reasons. Obviously that will depend on your situation, since this is a general reading and there could be sometimes, thousands of people watching these videos, so it's going to be very different. But for some of you, there's this feeling in this reading here that you've been, turning a blind eye or avoiding what you know to be true and what you know to be relevant and what you know to be important for you to face and to make changes on. And at this time, like the energy in this reading is a little bit hard. I'll admit that. Like it's a challenging energy, but what I like about it and what I will share with you about this energy is that it feels very timely, that this is the moment where you face those truths that you may have been avoiding and pursue your clear way forward that is in alignment with what's actually really real for you. And for some of you, there's been a little bit of holding on to a stagnant situation, potentially a relationship or a job, or it's something along those lines. It's obviously, again, general reading, but you may have been holding on to something that's been not really satisfying for fear of letting go of what the security of that familiar thing is, even if you know it hasn't been quite really working for you. That's what I'm feeling with this energy of the Five of Cups and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So like the choice to go towards what's stable and familiar, even if it's really unhappy and unsatisfying, has been maybe what's been your protocol for this time until recently. You have 2 fives in your reading. So again, there's this energy of some challenging situations that have been or urging you forward towards creating change. That's what the fives offer, is change and freedom, but it comes through adversity and challenge. Four of Swords reversed as well. This part of the reading where these 2 cards are landing is the hopes and fears. So Five of Pentacles upright with the Four of Swords in reverse. Again, fear of making changes, because even though what the situation that you've been in is not happy, it's not comfortable, it's not satisfying, there's a familiarity there that keeps you where you are. And there's been, I feel here also with this, you have the King of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the reading, two kings in the reading, both in reverse. This feels to me like a denial of what's true, or an avoidance of what's true, based on or founded in the desire to maintain the status quo because it's familiar, because it's stable, even if it's, as I said, uncomfortable or unhappy. Now, in this position of the reading, this is how you see yourself right now. You have the Death card and the Page of Pentacles. So I'm happy to see this, actually, because what it means is that you are now in a space where you're ready to create a transition. You, with the Death card here, you're ready to acknowledge and accept that there are things that need to be shed, things that need to be let go of, and that you need to transmute that energy and alchemize your situation into something new. And seeing the Page of Pentacles here together with the Death card is very promising, because it means that you understand that you have a journey ahead of you. You are willing to undertake that journey. You're willing to be consistent and steady and patient moving forward from here as you build your new life. That's what the Page of Pentacles is offering. So I think that you're moving past a stage of stagnation here, and with humility and dedication to your own personal growth and your own personal development, there is progress forward here. Now, also in this reading, you have quite a few major arcana cards in your spread. There's the Temperance card at the heart of the reading, which I haven't really touched on yet, but I'll get to that. Temperance is in reverse. There's the High Priestess is crowning this reading. It's a very important energy in your spread. It's quite loud as well, being that it is the cap, it's the crown of this spread. You've also got the Temperance and the Chariot in the outcome positions. Also very promising, offering a lot of hope, offering a lot of encouragement to you to pull on your deep reserves of strength and courage and wisdom and determination to move forward from here. As I mentioned, you have the Death card. There's also Tower in reverse in the recent past. So that's where I was bringing in those comments about avoiding change. But I feel like that time has passed now, and you are in the stage where change is now. It's not something that you can avoid any longer, because it's beyond the point of something you can, kind of dodge. You need to make changes, and now is the time to do it. There is also in this reading, with both the High Priestess in the crowning position and the King of Swords in reverse, this whole central axis of the reading here, I don't know if you can see it. I think the top card's a bit cut off there, but yeah, this central axis of the reading, this is from the unconscious mind to the conscious mind, with the central theme and the challenge at the center of the reading. What this says to me is that this is a time where you're moving away from avoiding the truth to facing the truth directly. And while that may be painful, it's in that moment of acknowledging what you know to be true that you can actually start to then create the change that you need and move forward in a way that actually allows you to feel a sense of hopefulness, because you've acknowledged that something hasn't been working. And it's in that moment of acknowledgement and acceptance, that's what the Temperance is bringing here. I feel like you're still just like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, as far as accepting what you know is happening to be true, and acknowledging and accepting that it's that the change that's required is up to you to create. There's nothing in this energy that is suggesting that there is someone else that's going to come along here and help you, or do it for you, or support you in any way. I'm sorry to be the one to bring you that very blunt news, but if you're waiting for someone else to come and help you, you'll be waiting a long time. The change that's required here is up to you to generate, it's up to you to initiate, and it's up to you to catalyze your own situation to transmute what is stagnant into something that you can then convert and utilize as fertile soil for you to generate and plant new seeds and bring new energy forward into the cycle that's opening up now, the one that you are creating. It's not about waiting for something else to happen or waiting for external circumstances to change. This is about you making the choice and acting on that decision. If you want to get freedom from this space of confinement, constraint, restriction, limitation, avoidance, it's up to you to take action. And that's where the Strength card and the Chariot cards come in, number 7 and number 8 from the Major Arcana. These are suggesting that it's up to you, as I said, to draw on your willpower. Your solar plexus is very important in this energy. I think that you need to work with your solar plexus energy, work with will, work with discipline, work with determination, work with sun energy as well, with the Strength card. Use the energy of the sun to kind of stoke your inner chi in the solar plexus center. And yeah, great. Okay, visualizations, meditation, all that stuff is really cool and supportive and helpful and everything. But it's up to you to actually take action. That's what this reading is about. It's about you taking action on what you know to be true and moving past the point of complacency, moving past the point of avoidance, moving past the point of dissatisfaction that you don't do anything about. It's time for you to do something about those things and make decisions and then take action on them. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. The Star in reverse, 7 of Pentacles upright, the Hermit, and 5 of Wands reverse. So now 3 5s in your reading. The Star in reverse is interesting here. It does kind of tap on what I've been talking about, like there is a sense of dissatisfaction, a loss of hope and optimism, based on the current energy that you, or the recent energy that's brought you to this moment. But it's, again, important to realize that whatever changes are needed are up to you. It's going to be your own instigation that will facilitate the change that you seek. It's up to you to look within to find hope, to overcome complacency, to overcome despondency, to overcome depression, to overcome loss of hope, to overcome frustration or irritability or stagnancy or any of the things that we've been talking about so far. And it's important also here to understand that patience is required. There's these 2 Pentacle cards here are suggesting that you need to realize that the changes that you are seeking to make will happen by you putting one day, one step, one moment in front of the other, with patience, with deliberation, with consistency, and with determination to move towards your goal. You may not see the immediate results of the changes that you seek right now, and that need not be another reason why you avoid making change. You need to earnestly seek to move towards the direction of what is really important for you, what your goals and aspirations are, to break out of a space of stagnancy and loss of energy or loss of hope. And find the inspiration and the will and the desire within. That's what the Hermit is saying here. Without inspiration, we can't do anything. Without motivation or incentive, we can't do anything. We're going to be stuck on the couch. So use this time to realize what you are here for, what your motivation needs to be based on, what it is that you have to offer to the world, and overcome the internal dialogue that cancels out that desire. Because I feel like most of this is an internal battle, right? Two of Swords, Five of Wands, even the Temperance reversed. Most of this is an internal battle of your own inner dialogue, and that's what you need to seek to master here, is the inner dialogue, and then taking action on what you know to be true. So deal with the noise in there, and quieten down and quell that which doesn't need to be speaking so much and saying so much and being so loud. Let the truth ring. Let the truth be what is the loudest voice and the only voice within you. Quiet down anything that seeks to cancel out what you know to be true and what you know to be real and what you know to be the most relevant for you to pursue, as far as what your inner guidance, your higher self, and your intuition is informing you with. Okay, Capricorn, I feel like I've covered basically what there is here in this part of the reading. Just give me a second to check over, make sure I haven't missed anything. The High Priestess is very important in this reading as the crowning energy. It is about going towards what is true, what as I said, your higher self, the inner mystic, the intuitive impulses that you're receiving. You really need to pay attention to those, and as I said, quiet down the other voices that may be seeking to counteract or cancel out those impulses that are coming in quite loud. The Nine of Swords here as well is also, it's kind of similar with this Five of Wands. The inner dialogue needs to be mastered. You need to overcome or seek to learn how to overcome worry and anxiety through meditation, through disciplined, mindfulness of paying attention to what thoughts are running and actually just managing them by being, first of all, aware of what's running through your mind and editing and deleting things that ought not to be there, and making sure to enhance and affirm the things that are real, the things that are true. That's what's going to help set you free in this situation. That's what's going to help you overcome this complacency and the stagnancy that you may be feeling. But most of all, it's about taking action. Having all kinds of thoughts and feelings is one thing, but if you're still just sitting on the couch, if you're still just watching tarot online, if you're still just like hoping that something's going to change by itself, I'm sorry, but you're going to be very disappointed. It's up to you to make some changes. All right, that's it for the general part of the reading. I'm going to take the Voyager deck now and shuffle it again to give you a higher octave spread. So send your energy into the cards so I can get really clear messages for you. This part of the reading is going to offer hopefully some additional insight that will add another layer of wisdom to your general reading. Hopefully your higher self and your guides can offer some practical insight as well as how to best work with the energies that you're dealing with now to make the most out of the lessons that you have in front of you. One more shuffle. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I like that. There's the Hierophant. I was wondering if we were going to see the Hierophant because we have so many fives in the reading. Hierophant is number 5 from the Major Arcana. Crossed by the Four of Swords, which you had in the Hopes and Fears in the last reading. Two of Cups reversed. Child of Worlds, that's the Page of Pentacles, which you have here from the previous reading as well. Hermit reversed. 5 of Crystals. So again, more 5s in this reading. 3 of Wands reversed. Man of Wands reversed. The Empress. The Devil reversed. 8 of Wands. This is called balance in this deck. It's the Justice card from other decks. It's the Libran energy. 2 of Wands and 10 of Crystals. Okay. What I'm getting from this spread is that, like on a much deeper, on a much more spiritual level, the first reading was a very spiritual reading. It was very much about your spiritual quest that is important for you to be more fired up about actually pursuing. What I'm feeling in this reading though is that there is a great depth of spiritual teaching that you're receiving right now, but you might not be really, maybe until this moment where you're hearing this in the reading, you might not actually be aware that that's what's really happening. There's kind of like a quantum shift here that's available to you if you're able to actually rise up in your own complacency and address the things that we've been talking about here in this reading, and actually face your own destiny and move towards that which is yours to undertake, knowing that at the same time as it being something that will help resolve some of your unsettled energy or your despondency or depression even, it will also put you in a space of being in service to others, which is exponentially healing for you and for others as well. So I'm feeling that in this reading. I'm also feeling like for some people, because the Two of Cups is here as the crowning card in reverse, and in the first reading, it was there at the bottom of the deck after I pulled the extended cards out. So this Two of Cups in reverse in both readings could be significant for some of you. There could be something in this energy which is about maybe splitting from an unhealthy relationship, or something that's codependent, or something that is not balanced between you and another person. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be any kind of dynamic that you have with someone that feels a little bit out of balance. So that's something here as well. What else I feel in this reading is that there's more kind of like energy in this reading about the choice that you have right now. The choice that you have, and what are you going to do with that possibility? Like, how are you going to channel your energy forward from here into something specific that you are crafting? How are you going to co-create your reality right now? Because I feel like there's a little bit of energy in this reading as well of being a little bit too passive in your situation, and maybe that passivity is again coming from the inner dialogue being one of like, you get inspiration and you get an intuitive impulse, but then something in you cancels it out, like your ego or your lower self, or the worry and the anxiety and all of those other emotions that kind of want to keep you where you are and maintain status quo. It's kind of canceling out the impulses that you're getting from your wisdom, from your higher self, from your guides, that is leading you towards the understanding of what's actually yours to pursue. So let's talk about that more in the extended reading. This is just a snapshot of the higher octave. So if you want to hear the rest of the interpretation, you can click the link in the description below. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell. I will see you in the next reading.